right? Some things that I think are very, very key when it comes to this game, other than the fact of you being able to read the market, is going to be, like your mindset going into the market, right? Really seeing like your pre-market rituals, right? Number one, like honestly, like did you shower, right? Two, did you do some type of workout? Like have you been like, are you moving, right? Is your brain functioning? Is there blood to your brain, right? Did you walk a little bit? Just trying to get, your blood flowing and stuff like that, right? Have you eaten? You know, honestly, those things are very key, right? You being in a correct environment, you being comfortable, not having to use the restroom, right? You being in a clear state of mind. That way, when you do get on these charts, you're not thinking about something else, right? Your focus is clearly just on the chart to where you're at your peak state and you already know what you're looking for. Because tonight, I'm going to show you guys there's typically only 3 things that we're looking for when it comes to us looking for a potential setup in this game right here. Okay, guys. Now, let's see. What else? What else? Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's get into this, right? Now, make sure you guys do plug everybody into this. Now, this call right here are mainly the beginning part is going to be as a refresher for you guys that have already been trading smart money concepts and also into institutional trading. I'm going to get first into the basics because I do understand that we have some new people on the call and I don't want to continue on without, them understanding like, okay, like what's happening, right? What is the terms? What's the terminology? What is money? What are the bank? Like, what is that, right? This is mainly the beginning part right here is going to be for the newer people. Right now, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to show you guys a ton of examples of some opportunities where you could have capitalized in throughout the week and seeing some moves that we were able to capitalize on because of understanding this concept. Okay, we're going to get into this setup right here right now because this is beautiful, right? So let me actually get into a pair that I don't trade. Entity Chef. I don't touch this pair. You see my little examples here. But so let me clear this out. All right, guys. So now let's get into this. Okay, let's work. Let's work. Let me get some water. Let me type this out. Okay, so what I'm going to be going into right here is going to be trading simplified, honestly. All right, trading simplified. Oh my lord, simplified. Cool. Capitalize the T. Perfect. All right, we're going to get into trading simplified. All right, guys. So now here's the thing when it comes to trading, right? Now, right here, I'm going to be showing you guys it's typically going to be 3 things that you're going to be looking for in the market. Now, let me show you. Now, me, honestly, when I was learning this concept, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys, because, okay, one thing that I heard, have you guys ever played that game where, or I used to play this in school. I didn't play it in school, but like they had us play, where there was people all around the room, and the person that would start off with like a story or like a little sentence or whatever, he would then pass it over to one kid, right? Like he like whispers over to one kid and then he passes to another, then pass to another, pass to another, right? And then at the end of the line, it ends up being something completely different than from, what the person originally said, right? So here's the thing, guys. I am a person that was able to get this information where now I'm giving you my interpretation of how it is that I've learned. Now, the real source of where I learned it from is through these guys right here. Okay, guys? That way you guys can also see like from the source and also apply what I'm teaching you guys also into what they're teaching you, right? Which all shout outs to my boys, what is it? Jordan Morgan, Zachary Hogan, Rock Coomer. All right, these 3 educators right here. Oh, and also Mike Navarrete. Right, these are guys that I learned from when it came to understanding this concept right here. All right, I was very new and something like that, right? Mike Navarrete. Okay, just so you guys can screenshot this right here. That way you guys later on, when I'm not live or whenever I'm not doing a webinar or whatever, you guys can plug into their Go Live sessions, right? If you're not active on your membership, this is a great investment, honestly, to be able to learn what they're doing. Now, the way that I was able to learn right here is, again, just going over and over. So let me show you guys. There's 3 things that we're typically looking for when it comes to me really simplifying this entire thing down. Right, number 1 is going to be the flow of the market, right? What is the flow? Right, are we in an up or downtrending market? Right, are we in an up or in a downtrend? Right, number 2, we're then going to be, okay, where is the money at? Right, where's the little, like, where's the money at? Okay, number 3, we're going to get into where are the banks hiding at. Okay, this right here is going to be very key when it comes to you training your eye to be able to identify this right here. Okay, and number 4, we're going to get into like the entry, right? Actually getting into the market. Okay, perfect. So now you guys have right here these educators. Let me go ahead and take this off. Right, your boy's name will be up here soon. Right, so now number 1, right, the flow of the market into you understanding just basic market structure, just seeing are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend. Now, for those of you guys that are brand new and don't understand this right here, I'm gonna go through it very quickly because I don't want to spend too much time on this area right here. I'm gonna go over this very briefly, and then I want to go into showing you examples toward like, oh, okay, all right, I'm getting it now, right? This right here is mainly going to be for you guys' notebooks, okay? Now the flow, right? What is the flow? The flow is going to be if we're in an uptrending market where we're creating higher highs and higher lows, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? This is a very basic, us understanding that the overall flow right here would be, to the upside, okay? Just seeing that we're creating, that we're just going higher and higher, right? Let me make it look a little nicer. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, correct? We see the overall flow is to the upside, right? Now, how do we know that we're in an uptrending market? Because like I said before, you're going to see that we're going to then create, higher floors, right? Higher floors, okay? The floors will be higher. Now, when it comes to us seeing that we're in a downtrending market, how will we understand that? The flow will overall be to the downside, right? Where we're now creating lower ceilings, right? Lower lows and lower highs. Lower low, right? Lower highs, lower lows. You understand what I mean? So we're going to see the overall flow of the market because that's going to be very key into understanding as well, like what's the flow of the market. Okay. When it comes to you guys taking this, because you guys don't want to be going against the trend and stuff like that. Okay. Now, number 2 is going to be where is the money at? Okay. Now, let me give you guys my little spiel when it comes to how it is that I was able to understand like how money worked in this game. Okay. And how, well, you can call money, aka liquidity. Okay. Now, it's very simple. Now, here's the thing. Money typically equals out to there being more orders being added on. Okay. So let me type this out for you guys. Okay. So money basically equals out to orders, right? Basically equals out to orders. That being buy stops and sell stops. Snap. Buy/sell stops. And also stop losses. Okay. And also stop losses. Okay. Now, that's what money typically equals out to, right? Money typically equals out to orders. Okay. Seeing that there's a lot of orders in the market. Okay. Now, you're like, okay, all right, I'm telling you this right now, but let me show you exactly what I'm talking about now. That way you guys can see, okay, I'm trying to understand a little bit. Okay. So let me actually get this tool over here. Right here. Perfect. Okay. So let's just say price is ranging, right? Let's say price is in this consolidation mode, or it had created, let's just say some equal highs and stuff like that. But when we see that price is very sideways here, we see that there are going to be different types of traders in this game. Okay. We're going to understand that we have people that are going to be playing, let's say, like this consolidation box. And there's going to be people that are going to be playing, let's say, like a break and retest to the upside or a break and retest to the downside, right? There's going to be those number 1 types of traders. Number 2, they're going to be people that are then going to be seeing this as a ceiling, right? Because it hit, fell down, hit, fell down, hit, fell down, right? They want to see it continue to go down long term. So the thing is with this right here, right? Let me actually delete this right here, right? You guys have this. Let me go right here. Perfect. So again, going into our little triple top here, right? Or just us being a ranging market. We understand that with us being in this range right here, we understand that there are going to be orders that are going to be added and collected on the top, which orders, like I said, basically is going to be into money, right? That being stop losses here. Well, actually, let me get this tool over here so it looks a lot easier, a lot cleaner. So you guys can start to see what I'm talking about. It's going to be this right here. So we're going to have stop losses up here, stop loss here, stop loss here, stop loss here, stop losses here, right? You know what I mean? Like there's going to be all these stop losses, okay? Now, again, going into people that are going to be trading break and retest, or people that are then looking to take it to the upside, we're then going to have buy stops and buy stops and buy stops and buy stops, right? There's going to be all this money sitting up above. Because here's the thing that I want you guys to understand within this game right here. Us, or at least, okay, Middle Paso, or us in the United States, or like us, we're not the only people that have access to this information here, right? Yeah, that's so crazy. Edification is real. I love you guys. The thing is that in this game right here, understand, guys, that we're not the only ones that are playing in this market, right? It's people all around the world that see the exact same market that you guys are seeing. So understand that when it comes down to it, you guys need to see, okay, what is everybody looking at? How can I go against everybody? Because you guys need to understand that in this game, only 4% truly win, right? There's a reason why 96% of people are losing. The 96% of people are people that are taught the exact same concepts, and they're people that have not truly found themselves yet when it comes to truly being able to see success in this game. Okay, so let me get into this, right? So 96% of players are playing this right here. They're playing a triple top, and they're the ones that have all their money sitting up above here, right? The 96% of people are the ones that have all their orders sitting up on the top. So what will happen a lot of the time, banks will come up, right? And they'll come in to capture all the money, activate all these buy stops, and then what will happen? They'll then make this true move to the downside, right? Because here's the thing. Let's just say if you're playing a triple top, we're all taught, double top drop, triple top drop, quadruple top drop, right? Like that's stuff that I was taught and saying, oh, it's a strong level of resistance, it's gotta fall, right? And people are trying to swing this right here. Because yeah, it might fall a little 30 pips and you might be lit, but there are gonna be some people that are trying to swing a trade. And when it comes to this right here, understand guys that a lot of the time, this thing that I'm showing you happens so often, like repeatedly and repeatedly, just over and over and over and over and over again. Like it's so crazy, right? So just understand this right here, right? Number two is going to be the money. All right, as above, so below, right? Understand I'm going to be drawing the exact same thing. Let's say right here we have our double bottom, right? Understand that people that are buying off this double bottom, there's going to be what? A lot of money sitting where? On the bottom, right? There's going to be stop losses sitting underneath here, sell stop sitting here. There's going to be all these orders sitting underneath, right? So let's just say, right, price comes back to this level of support, right? Price comes back to the level of support. People are then buying it again. So what does that lead to then, right? More orders and more orders and more money, right? More money sitting underneath. So with there being all this money here, understand that the banks, like all these people, they can see your stop losses. They can see the buy stops and the sell stops. So what they'll do, right, they're trying to get paid because the thing is that in this market, they're all manipulated, right? They're controlled. So you need to understand that. And with us understanding that, like we take that to our advantage, right? So again, price will then make this move down to capture all this money sitting underneath here. And then they'll truly make that move to the upside, right? So when a lot of people lose, that's when we get in. You know what I mean? So now we got to ask ourselves the next question into saying, okay, so we understand money is here, but now why did price come exactly right here? Like, why did they stop at this exact point? Same thing down here. Why did they come down here and then make the true move to the upside, right? Because these people right here, the reason why I hit that exact point is because it hit one of the 3 points of interest, okay, which I'm going to get into right now, okay, guys? But now I need to understand that when it comes to this right here, people call these like market makers or stop hunts or just simply just forex manipulation. People are like, oh, it was market wasn't manipulated right here. That's why we lost, right? Market did us dirty, right? They didn't do you dirty. They just took your money because you don't understand this concept yet, right, guys? So if you're brand new, again, I'm super excited for you guys. Understand that I got introduced to this concept 11 months into my journey. Did someone draw on my screen? Is that my computer? I don't even know. I scratched my screen. Bet. So let me delete this right here. Now let's get into number 3 now, okay? Now number 3 is going to be where the bank's hiding at. Now this right here is going to be when it comes to you guys needing to train your eye to be able to see these things right here, okay? It's typically going to be 3 things. I'm going to pull up a picture actually. Where is it? Let me pull this up really quickly. It's 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Beautiful. We got 90 people on the call. Dang, man, you guys are showing mad love. That's so lit. 94. That is dope, man. I appreciate you guys. Perfect. So now, like I said, there are going to be 3 things that I want you guys to train your eye to be able to see. And it's going to be these 3 right here. Now, first off, here's the thing. You guys that might be asking yourselves, what time frame can I see this on? To answer your question, you can see this to be found on either the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 12-hour, the 8-hour, the 4-hour, the 2-hour, the 1-hour, the 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, and the 1-minute. But I understand, guys, that you can find these things right here on these 3, on all the different time frames, right? It's all fractional. It's going to be the exact same thing just on every single little time frame, right? Okay, let me look at the chat real quick before I do continue on to this next part. Okay, I'm ready for a breakthrough. Let's go. I'm getting let's get it. Let's get it. So, okay, cool. Like I said, there's going to be 3 points of interest. Now, the number 1, the top side I'm going to be showing you guys is going to be the sell zones, right? These are going to be the 3 points of interest, right? The top is going to be the sell zones, and the bottom is going to be the buy zones, okay? Now, the left side, this right here is called the institutional candle, which in all reality, just to make it very simple, is going to be the last push up before then a massive move to the downside, which I'm going to get into the science of this right now, okay? Now, again, same thing to the downside. This is going to be the last push down before then the move to the upside. Now, typically, our points of interest when it comes to us playing this candlestick right here, what I want you guys to see is going to be this right here. Let me get my little drawing tool to be able to show you guys. Perfect. It's going to be this candlestick right here. This is typically right here our points of interest exactly, right? So with this being our points of interest, we don't want to ask ourselves, okay, we've seen the candle, we see where the banks are hiding, okay? Now, what do we highlight, right? Where's going to be our actual point of interest? And we're then going to be highlighting the body, right, the bottom of the candle, to then the 50% of the candle right here. This right here now turns into your sell zone. All right, this right here is going to be your very first point of interest, okay, or one of your points of interest, right? The other point of interest is this one right here. Like I said, typically going to be the last push down before then a massive move to the upside, okay? Again, you're going to be highlighting this from the body to then about the 50%. This right here then turns into your points of interest. Now, once price enters this area right here, right? Once price enters inside of here, because I said this is your sell zone. Once price gets into here, you could be looking for a reaction to the downside, right? Now, since this right here, these are our buy zones, we could be expecting some type of reaction to the upside from here, okay? And it's crazy because it's going to happen so often. I'm about to show you guys a ton of examples, right? I'm super excited. So now next is going to be the smart money cube. This right here is typically a little sell to buy little cube right here. It's a candle pattern that gets played out all the time. Like it's always printed out. Now, let me show you guys why it is that this is so important, okay? Now, when it comes to us playing price, okay, ignore this left side here. Let's just say price came up, right? Let me actually get this tool. Let's just say that price came up to here and then price came down. Price came up to here, price came down, right? This right here, we created a little double top here, right? We created like a level of resistance. Now let's just say price comes back around to that exact same level and then it prints out right here what would be looking to be like a little doji, right? You see this little candle here, right? This is right here is going to be enticing a lot of sellers where people are then going to be like, oh, look, it's at my level, let me sell it, right? So people sell it down and then what happens? The banks then yank you up, right? So people are trapped here, right? Meaning there is money inside of here. The banks are hiding inside of this cube here, right? So when it comes to this right here, we're then going to be highlighting, again, we're going to be highlighting the cube here, right? Now the exact same thing I just explained is going to be the exact same thing now to the downside. But typically, like I said, I just want to be able to train your guys' eyes to be able to see, you know, the cube, all right? The cube is very powerful, okay? So this right here is going to be our second point of interest. Now, seeing how it is that it works, again, this right here is going to be our sell zone. So when price is then coming along, we could be expecting for price to come here, and then what? We get to move down, right? And then once price, like I said, it comes into here, we expect to move to the upside, okay? And these areas are so powerful, all right? Now next is going to be this one over here. Right, let me go over here. Bet. So this one's going to be imbalance, right? Again, right after this, I'm going to be getting to my examples. That way, you guys, will be enough of the basics where I get to show you guys actual, like, yo, what? Like, this is so crazy, right? So this right here, imbalance. Imbalance is typically unhealthy price action, okay? Now, when it comes to unhealthy price action, it is when there are an excessive amount of bears or an excessive amount of bulls. Okay, so now let me explain this right here. So let me actually, what tool should I use? I'm going to use this right here. So here's what I want you guys to see, okay? Pretend these are candles, right? I tried my best to draw this out. So notice how this right here is a wick, and we have another wick over here, right? Now what I want you to see is that this right here is a big, like this right here is a big bearish move down, right? This is a big bearish move to the downside. So with all these bears right here, right, we understand that we have this little gap right here of just bearishness, right? Ignore my black lines here, right? Ignore the green line. Pretend it's just red, okay? This right here is just a big bearish move, right? It's a gap right here. Since there are too many bears, there's not enough bulls, right? So typically in the future, price will then have to come in to fill this area. Now, what I've noticed throughout my experience of trading imbalance is that price will typically play about up to the 50%, or it can fill all of the imbalance, right? So let me show you what I mean. So when price coming into it, like I said, let's just play, we're playing equal highs here. Price will come up to play here, and then we make the move down. Right, again, this is just an area where price can react off of because the banks are hiding inside of here. Right now, same thing over here to the buy side. We have a wick here and a wick here. And then right here, we have nothing but just bullishness, right? Where candles are just going to the upside. Okay. So with this right here, this is going to be another point of interest where we can be expecting some type of reaction for the banks to then, you know, give us a move. Okay. All right, perfect. So now we have these three points of interest for you guys to be able to look for, okay? Now, those guys that might need this right here, I got you. Let me drop this in the chat. Control copy. Let me drop this in the chat for you guys. Perfect. All right. Appreciate you guys. Heck yeah, bet. So now you guys should be able to see this. All right, now you guys all have access to the exact same thing that, you know, I have right here. And this right here is just going to be able to train your eye to be able to see these things, okay? Now let's get into some examples. All right, let's get into some examples now. All right, let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So now, okay, number 4 actually is going to be the entry. Now this right here, okay. Now for those guys that have been trading for a while now, okay, you guys have been trading for a while. The thing is that what I want you guys to understand, right, is the fact that whenever somebody sends you a trade, understand that what it is that I'm waiting for. Like let's just say if somebody tells me to buy UJ or sell Euro AUD, or they tell me to do anything, right? What I'm looking for, because of the knowledge I'm about to show you guys right here, is going to be this. All right, let me show you. It's going to be these candles, because this, again, what I'm going to show you right here is so repetitive, it's crazy, right? And this right here is going to help you guys really like something that I've learned is to cut your losses short and honestly really let your winners ride, right? Cut your losses short and let your winners ride. Me personally, I don't like to have a stop loss bigger than 20, 25 pips at all. Like that's kind of excessive, honestly, right? Understand, right? So let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So let's get into this, right? So now let's just say, okay, that price is inside of your sell zone. Now on the left side, what I'm going to be going over, this left side is going to be our sell side. Okay, so let me just type it on the top real quick. I'll drop this in the chat as well, right? Sell zone, all right, or sell version, right? This is going to be the sell version. And then over here, this is going to be the buy version, right? Now this is going to be pew pew entry technique. Pew pew entry. Cool. Pew pew entry. Now what I'm about to show you guys, this can be found in the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour. Okay. This right here can be found on all these different time frames, okay? Now, all you have to be able to recognize, okay? So here's a key tip I'm not going to write down, but you guys should be able to understand, right? It's going to be this right here. When price is inside of your sell zone, for you to then, because this right here, okay, the pew pew entry, this is actually going to be called, you know, a stack opportunity, right? Stack opportunity, right? Where you can then be able to stack a couple orders, okay? So here's the thing. So let me show you guys. Because this right here, your risk is so small, okay? So let me get into this. Let me just draw this out. I'm going to play some music really quick while I just draw it out. It's a lot to draw. It's not that much to draw, but I don't want it to be quiet. I feel weird when it's quiet. The song ends. Damn, the song really ended. Okay, hold on, let me just draw this out. I really gotta add. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, my bad. Let me get into this. Let me draw this out. I'm almost done. All right, cool. All right, let me just change the colors. I'll be right back. Dang, this dude is cussing up a storm. All right, bet. Perfect. Let me move the chat real quick. Let's see this. Clap zones. Heck yeah. Bet. All right, bet. For sure, for sure. We appreciate you taking the time. Of course, man. I got you guys. All right, cool. So this right here is going to be your pew pew stack opportunity. Now, like entry. All right. Now, the sell side is going to be on the left. Buy side is going to be on the right. Okay. Now, what you're looking for is going to be when the banks get into the game. Now, when the banks get into the game, here's what I want you guys to understand. If all of us on this call, all of us on the team, everybody in IML or IM Mastery Academy, understand that if we all dropped a 10 lot on a trade, there's like, we're not going to move the market. If we all dropped $1,000 per pip on a trade, if we had that much in our account to be able to do that, and we all bought Euro USD, if anything, it would move up like a pipette, right? It would barely move, even though it's a ton of money, or it'll probably move like a pip or something, right? It'll move like a crazy, like it won't really move, right? But when the banks get in, my bad, when the banks get in, that's when you see those massive moves up, massive moves down. You start to see that they're very quick, okay? That they're very, like it's a fast move. You see a big candlestick. That's because the banks are in the game. Now, here, when it comes to you catching a swing or even catching an opportunity at the very top, is going to be for you to be able to identify this right here. Now, typically, it's going to be, you know, just an engulfing candle, like to be honest, right? This right here is going to be one way where you can really be able to stack your trades. Now, the way this happens is like this, okay? You're going to be looking for when the banks are in the game, because what I do, before price enters my sell zone, I have an alert. So now I'm watching price as it's approaching my sell zone. Now, when price, if it reacts very quickly, I'm like, okay, this is easy, right? If it reacts very quickly, then we know the banks are in the game. And if we get something like this, we know that we can be able to get in off of the re-entry of the candlestick. So let me explain, okay? So like I said, when the banks are in the game, they're very, very quick. So like, let me show you, like if we're watching price action here, right? Let's just say that our sell zone is like here, right? You see the candle is going up very quickly, right? and then it goes up a little bit, and then right here, right, the candlestick gets printed, and then we see like, let's just say the time of day as well is very important, right? Write this down. The end of the hour typically, and also the session that you're in is very, very important. I've noticed that when price enters a zone at the end of the hour, it's a lot more powerful. So let's just say, right, that price then starts moving, right? Like, let's just say it's like 12:05 or it's like 12 o'clock, and the 5-minute candle opens up, and it goes just very quickly, just engulfing, right? It goes very quick. And then by the time of 12:05, ends up being down here, right? Now we see that. I'm like, okay, immediately what I'm doing, I'm then placing a sell limit right here at the body of this candlestick over here, right? Immediately, right here at the body of the candlestick. Let me make it a little bit thicker. Okay, oh snap. Okay, now there's typically 3 areas that the banks can play though. They can play either the body, the wick, the body, and as well as the 50%. Okay, let me draw the same thing over here. It's going to be the wick, the body, and the 50%. Now, through my experience of trading this concept, I've learned that I don't really want to play the wick because it can play sometimes, but I'd rather not play it. What I play a lot of the time is going to be this right here. It's going to be the body of the candlestick, right? It's very, very simple to be able to identify. All right, let me, right here, right? Stop. Right here, right? The body of the candle. Okay, now the reason why, this right here, because the 50%, right? 50% can also get played, but I've noticed that sometimes the 50% will fall just short, right? It'll fall just short. So now let me show you. So as soon as price makes this move down, it's very quick, and you notice that price left off with this information, I get very excited because let's just say if this is a 5-minute candlestick, the 5-minute candle is not that big, right? Let's say the 5-minute candle is like 3-5 pips at max, or let's say 10 pips. It's kind of crazy to think 10 pips, right? But like a candle, it's not that big, okay, especially on the 5-minute time frame. So here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Once this happens right here, what you do, you then place a sell limit at the body right here, right? You place a sell limit right here, okay? Now your stop loss, right? Your risk to reward. You're risking this much, right? You're risking the candlestick. So this comes out to like a 5 pip, 7 pip stop loss. But because of spread, you want to move it up to like 10 pips, okay? Or whatever, right? You just want to put it above. Now you're watching price because here's the thing. If price comes up, we can expect it to go a little bit of drawdown, right? After our entry here, but we don't want it to go past the candlestick, okay? If it goes past the candlestick, it's no longer valid, okay? It's no longer valid if it does that, okay? So let me show you. So let's say price comes down, right? Like I said, price will then typically come up, play the body, and then come down. Or if anything, it'll come, play the 50%, then fall down. But a lot of the times, if we see that price then keeps going, and if it goes past this candlestick here, it'll just continue bullish. And then guess what? You take what? A negative 5 pip stop loss, 5 pip L, but how many pips are we going for? You're still catching the entire move. So you can have like a 7 pip stop loss and still have a 40 pip take profit, 30 pip take profit. You know what I mean? So this right here, you can honestly really utilize proper risk management, like understanding the risk to reward and stuff like that. Okay. Now, same thing over here to this side. Okay. Same thing over here. I typically like to play the body of the candle. All right. Now, if it falls just short and if it plays the wick, I'll miss the trade. It's cool. I don't mind missing trades, okay? Because I know there's literally thousands and thousands of opportunities that get played out, or literally hundreds of opportunities that get played out every single week, okay? Now, again, same thing here, right? We're playing the body of this candlestick right here, into this being the last push down before then the move to the upside, okay? Last push down before the move up, right? We play this right here. Now, typically, you want to be looking for this right here on whichever time frame looks best. If it looks best on the 1 minute, you take it on the 1 minute. If it looks best on the 5 minute, take it on the 5 minute. It looks best on the 15 minute. Typically, what you're looking for is a fast engulfing candle. That's what you're looking for price for you to be able to get in the market again. All right, let me look at the chat. Yeah, it's being recorded. I got you. What is the key time frame again for entry? So I found the 5 minute like works pretty well, but you can find it on the 1 minute. You can find it on the 5 minute, 15. You can find it everywhere, right? You can find it everywhere. Okay. So now with this being said right here, snap. I have like a better drawn version of this, and it's this over here, right? I'll just drop this one. Hopefully this makes a little more sense. That took more time to draw this one out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this one. Cool. So price will typically look like this, right? Here at the time, I took some more time to draw it, but price will look like this, right? Price will come down, right? On the sell side, you place your sell limit here, right? Stop loss above the candle. Price will come up and literally just like wick the body, and then it'll give you that quick reaction to the downside. Now, same thing here, right? With you placing a buy limit here. You can place a buy limit, or this can be your buy zone, okay, into this right here. Again, price will come in, does wick the area, and then what? Give you that reaction to the upside. Stop loss is below the candle. Why? If it goes below the candle, then it's no longer valid. You know what I mean? So you can really minimize your lot, like your pip losses, right? You could take a lot of losses, right? You could take so many losses, but guess what? The one trade will then bring you back up heavily, right? Bring you back heavily. Okay, so I'll drop this one in the chat as well. Control copy, drop this in the chat. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Perfect. I got you. I got you with that question. It said, what if there are two smart money cubes sort of close to each other? Which one do you know to play off of? I'm gonna answer that question right now in a bit, because through my experience, what I've noticed is that just seeing whichever one, like what time of the day it is, right? If it approaches 1 and like it's not giving you a reaction, because typically I like to get in on a trade off of the test right here. I love getting in off the test. Okay. But again, you have to wait to see the time of day and to see where price reacts more off of either like the first cube or the other cube, right? But yeah, either way, even if you're playing two cubes, you can play both of them, right? Well, I'll show you right now, right? I'm over here talking, like explaining what I can show you. All right, so let's get into this, right? So one trade idea that was sent out to the squad earlier in the week was NZD CAD, right? NZD CAD was a very, very easy setup. This was sent out on Monday, right? And we're able to catch the reentries on this right here, right? Very, very simple. So let's get into this, right? Let me actually go ahead and go to the 4 hour. Cool. So there's gonna be a lot more things for us to add on to. But again, like I'm talking about right here, I'm gonna get a lot more into the visual aspect of everything. Okay, guys. So let's work. Let me go ahead and do this right here. So it was Monday night, right? It was Monday night. So at the time that we were playing, I was actually doing a training for some of the lady bosses here in El Paso, and I saw this. I'm like, okay, this looks very, very easy. So when it came to me looking at the flow of the market, I saw that temporarily right now. I mean, obviously, you know, we're pretty bullish, right? It's very bullish, right? So I don't want to go against that. But what I had seen, I was like, okay, I feel that we can get an intraday setup because I see that price came from this very big movement down. Let me change this color. It came from a very impulse movement to the downside. And then what happened? Price was then being very corrective, right? Price was being very corrective. And we understand, right? Well, impulse, correction, then impulse, right? So just me seeing this right here, I'm like, okay, price is being very choppy, very slow. Now let me look to see, right? Let me go through my list. So number one, the flow. I see the overall flows to the upside, but temporarily, because of this right here, I see that we have some momentum to the downside, right? That's number one. Number two, I'm checking to see, okay, cool. Now where's the money at? I see we have prices very choppy here, equal highs here, this little high here, equal highs right here, right? We understand that there's money sitting here, right? Because think about it. Me personally, when it comes to me playing Fibonacci as well, my favorite fib levels, right? You guys can write this down. You guys can take a screenshot of my fib, right? I don't typically like to play the 236 or the 382. I got you, bro. I don't typically like to play these smaller fib levels. I like to play, well, I don't really play the 50 or the 618. The ones that my three favorite are going to be the 71%, the 78.6, and the 88.6. Okay, these are my three favorite Fibonacci levels. Okay, now let's get into it. So just so you guys understand, okay, now let's get into it, right? So number one, money is here. Number two, where are the banks hiding at? I see the banks are hiding here. How do I know that? This is the last push up before what? A massive, massive move to the downside. So we see that the banks are hiding right here. Okay, so all you go ahead and do now, right? You go ahead and you draw a line right here at the body. And what is that? That is now your sell limit. Now, what do we see that also falls in line with this area? 78.6, right? So what gets sent out then? We send out a sell limit, right? Because this looks like a fairly easy setup. Now, when we're playing our risk to reward, I'm then looking for this right here. It's not. I'm then looking to play this candlestick. So if I'm like, okay, well, just to be safe, let's play my stop loss a little bit above the wick, and let's take our first take profit down to the low. Okay. So this was a trade idea that I sent out, right? So let's go to the smaller time from here. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to see that I really, really love. Seeing that price is being very choppy, very sideways to the, like this way, we're going to see, right? Oh, snap. My IG, I got you. Well, I'm going to drop in the chat. All right. J.0. Cool. I'm going to draw it over here real quick too. You know, you guys should show a little bit of love to your boy. Okay. Let me hide my camera. What am I doing? Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. So we're seeing that price is being very choppy, very sideways. We see that we're accumulating orders, right? Price is accumulating orders. So we understand that there's going to be a lot of money that is sitting up above here, right? So what we want to see happen is we want to see the power of three now, right? The power of three is repetitive often and like so much. Okay, so it's going to be phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Now, to be more scientific with it, this right here is going to be called accumulation. Okay, then it's going to be a manipulation, distribution. Understand, right? Manipulation is the banks like manipulating the market, and it's typically this move right here. So we want to see the market get manipulated up into our zone, and then we want to see it distribute to the downside, typically. Okay, like so you guys understand, right? So right here we see we're in phase number 1. As you see, price very choppy. Oh, what happens, right? Manipulation, distribution, right? We see the highs get taken out, and then we can get that move to the downside, correct? Right, we get this move. Price is pretty lit. Now, here's the thing. Price fell down very quickly. Okay, price fell down very quickly. So we really want to see, okay, this happened. Now, the banks came here. Like I said, this is your sell zone up here, correct? Right, this is your sell zone. So I'm looking to see, okay, where can I get a re-entry? Let me go to the 5 minute. 5 minute, we don't really get an engulfing. We kind of do. Okay, here's the thing. It's very subtle, but you do see that we have this 5 minute push up before the move down. Let me show you. Because price left us with 2 hints here, right? So we see this last push up before the move down. Immediately from here, what do? You could draw your sell limit right here at the body, right? So if anything, if you would have missed the actual the entry up here, you could catch a re-entry right here off the body of the candle. Now understand that you're still catching the entire move, but this time you're only risking like what? A little bit of pips. You're risking 3 pips, and you're still going for the entire move. You understand what I'm talking about? Because we're playing that candlestick right here. Okay. Now that's one example. But here's the thing that I noticed that price had left us with. I noticed that price left us with this information right here. Right? We see that this right here is a very clean example of understanding that the banks are in the game. Now, how do we know the banks are in the game? Is because they came up and captured the money that was sitting here. Right? We see that price was very equal here. So there was money sitting up above. So price came up and captured all the money. And this right here was a candlestick that did that. Right? This is the candlestick that went ahead and did that thing. Right? Captured all the money, took everyone's money. Right? So what can we do? We are then looking for a re-entry off the body of this candlestick here. Right? We're then expecting a re-entry off the body of this candlestick. All right. Now, what do we notice that price is doing? Right? Right before. Right? What do we notice price is doing? It's being very choppy. Right? And then right here, from the first sell entry, what the heck? Our first entry over here, from here, 30 pip take profit, got smacked, right? Shout out to Zoe. I'm just playing, right? So we're just being patient, right? We're being patient, but what do we see here? Price is being super duper choppy. We're creating equal highs, right? We can see the equal highs getting created in front of your eyes. So how many people do you think are like, oh snap, the move went down. Let me draw my fib and shoot. It pulls back to, I don't know, right? People are playing off the 382s. People are like having FOMO of this move, of this sell move. So people are selling it like, oh look, resistance fell down. Let me sell it again. People come right here. They're selling it again, right? So think about it. There's all this money that's going to be on the very top, right? There's all these levels. Oh, stop. Right? There's all this money sitting up above, right? So us, what we're looking for, we're not playing, the equal highs. We're not playing the triple top. We're not saying, oh, it's a strong level of resistance. Nah, I don't like drawdown first off, right? So I'm playing off of this candlestick right here, right? I'm playing off of this, and I'm going for, let's say down here, right? I'm still playing this right here, right? I'm playing this candlestick over here, okay? So let me play this through. Hold up. We gotta be patient, right? We're waiting a while for this sell limit too, now that I remember. But we see it's a strong level of resistance, right? Strong level of resistance. Oh, snap. We get activated now, right? Finally, we get activated over here, okay? We're finally in for the sell, all right? So now that we're in for the sell, we then see that price is very quick to the downside, right? Super duper quick, right? And then right here, 30 pip take profit smacked. All right, and then price started to retrace back. But guess what? We were able to get out of there, right? 30 pip here, 30 pip here, right? Just playing the exact same thing where you'll be able to get entries in and then you don't lose because, again, we're playing off these candles, right? So let me show you another example. It's going to be Euro odd was a clear, like crystal clear example of how everything works out, right? Let me show you. So this is the aftermath, right? We already see that, like, what happened later on. But, oh, my gosh, look at this right here. Let me show you, like, this right here was a learning lesson for myself. All right, check this out. let me get into this over here. Let me just clear all this out, right? Let me clear out right here. Perfect. So check it out. So what I was waiting for, I didn't know where price was going to play because I had a point of interest right here being this candle. And then another point of interest was this one up here. I didn't know where price was going to play first off, right? I didn't know what was going to happen. Okay. So I was just being patient and I was waiting. Okay. So we do see that price is being very choppy here, right? We see that we're creating these equal highs over here. Okay. Let me actually hide this over here. Right? Price is being very choppy. We're creating equal highs and we're creating equal highs here as well, right? We understand that we have money. Now, us looking at this candlestick, this is that last push up before the move down. We can go ahead and draw a line at the body of this candlestick from here and also about the 50%. Okay. So we want to see price come into that zone and then give us a reaction, to the downside. Me personally, I was waiting to see if it would either react here or if price would come all the way up here and then react off of here. So I was just being patient. Now, as soon as I saw that we got this fast engulfing candle off of this area, I'm like, okay, easy money. Now, I saw that we left off with this candlestick over here, okay, with this last push up before then what? The move to the downside. So what can we be looking to do? We're then going to be looking for price to now go ahead and come back to test the candle. Again, that's your sell limit entry right here. Now, this right here, when it comes to drawing this out, some that seen repetitively so much is going to be this right here, right? If I could draw this out for you guys, you guys can draw this out and put it on your wall. It's going to be this right here, right? It's going to be this high, this other high here, right? Little equal highs. Price comes up to capture the highs, capture the money, and makes the move down. Price comes back to test the candle, and then it breaks that true move, okay? Again, going into our re-entry technique into this right here, right? Typically, this, okay? That's what we're looking for. So we see that right here, okay? Now, let me delete this now. You guys will see right here, right? Equal highs. This is that last push up before the move down. We're playing this candlestick here, right? Because we notice that that's that push up. Banks are in the game. So we're being patient here, right? We see banks in the game heavily because look at that. They move very, very fast. All right, they move very, very fast. Then what happens? Oh, it's Thanksgiving, by the way, right? Don't forget, it's Thanksgiving, right? All right, price comes in, and guess what? We get entered in for our very first trade, right? We get entered in. Okay. Now I was watching this, right? Because I was watching price because, I didn't want to be looking like a noob on Thanksgiving. I'm over here trying to feed the fam and I end up starving you guys, taking an L, right? So I'm watching this and I noticed that price came in and we got that reaction that I liked. I'm like, okay, bet. I noticed that price had already moved down very quickly. And I'm like, okay, we left off with this candle right here. Notice it's the last push up before then what? The move to the downside. Again, it's the same candlestick that hit our sell zone. Again, price has to test before it could truly dip. So us, right, if you guys were in the chat and if you weren't trading, it's cool. But if you were feeling risky, right, if you were trusting your boy, you were able to capitalize on this right here, right? We caught our first entry up here. And then if you guys paid attention to this, right, I'm not too sure if you guys know, if you guys were able to see this. Because literally what is it that I show you guys? I teach it. Like what I teach you guys is all stuff that I also do, right? I don't just like say it and I don't do it. I also do it as well, right? It's going to be this right here. Notice how in this picture, you guys are going to see the actual sell. And then you see the sell limit is right here. Look how thick it is. You see the sell limit is right here. Now, what am I playing? I'm playing this right here as a sell limit. If you guys would have paid attention, be like, oh, snap, what is he looking at? Right? Because you're going to see later on, right? As we look over here, price will then come back. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I don't think it tested it on here, did it? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. All right, so we see price tested it right here. You got your re-entry over here. And then what happens, right? Then we get the move, right? Then we get the move. Then we see down here, price comes back to test, right? The sell entry got activated right here. And then what? We're lit, right? We're lit for the day. Well, for Thanksgiving, right? Everything is super duper lit. All right. And then now when I was looking for my take profits, I was trying to see, okay, where can price come down to? My target was actually these lows right here. But something that I didn't recognize and that I should have was this candlestick over here. I didn't play this over here. And I noticed how we got a reaction off of this, right? Look at this last push down before the move to the upside, right? My target should have been right here. But I was being very greedy. And I was like, okay, I see equal lows. These things have to get taken out. That's what I was looking at the time, right? So you guys see like the entry, like everything is very, very fire, right? And then here's the thing. At the time, when I was watching this, I'm like, okay, there's no way that price is going to react. Like, it has to take out the lows, right? But I was being very, like, ignorant to it. Because here's the thing, right? If I were to talk about Fibonacci, something that I've learned, and the fib levels that I use as well, right? Let me put it back on the screen. You guys can take a screenshot of this right here, right? Going again from the low to the high. We see that price came back and it pulled into our 78, 88.6 pocket, right? I love this pocket right here. Now, our extensions, our take profits go into the negative 27 and the 414. Now, it's so crazy because if I wouldn't have let my bias of me wanting to catch all the pips so bad, I would have exited right here. I could have been looking for buying opportunities because you guys are going to see like what happens here is literally like the 414, this extension right here, that thing got freaking wicked. You see this right here? That thing got, that's perfect entry for like perfect exit, perfect re-entry to now buy it, right? And then from here, that's when price took off to the upside now. You know what I mean? And then why did price stop right here? Again, we're playing up to the other candlestick over here. You know what I mean? Like we're just playing from candle zone to candle zone just over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So this was another opportunity that we see just got played out. And that was one that we're able to take advantage of. Now, the other one I'm going to show you guys, oh my gosh. This other one I'm going to show you guys, this right here literally made me switch my broker because of the nonsense that happened. So here's the thing, guys. On Hugo's way, right? On Hugo's way, freaking what happened to me, it was horrible, right? It was horrible. I actually switched my broker because of this nonsense right here. So when I was looking at this, shout out to my boy Julio. I had actually, at the time, I was busy. I wasn't even looking at this right here. But what can we see that price is doing right here? Right? Again, going into the drawing that I showed you guys, it's this right here, okay? Looking at price, let me actually just draw instead of the little trend line. It's this right here, right? We see equal highs. Let me draw it over here. We see equal highs, last push up, move down, price comes back to test, and then what? We get to move down, right? This little pattern that I'm drawing for you guys is literally the sauce. Like, you guys cannot share this to people that don't want to join your business. Like, this stuff I'm showing you guys right now, it's literally the freaking sauce. Like, it's so freaking crazy. What do we see over here? Equal highs, right? Last push up before the move down. Very, very easy. What are we doing? We're placing a sell limit right over here. All right, we're placing a sell limit here. Now, here's the thing. Hugo's way was not dealing with me or not dealing with anybody that had the exact same sell limit that I had because they're salty. They're like, yo, there's no way they're really sniping the markets like this. Because I didn't get activated. I was so upset. But if you guys had any other broker, you would have got activated. You would have been lit, right? Hashtag no more Hugo's problems. I'm no longer on that nonsense. I freaking moved, right? All right, so check this out. So we were playing, okay? This right here was my sell zone. I'm like, okay, I see prices very impulsive, very choppy up. I'm looking for this pattern to play out here, right? If there was a pattern that was useful, it's this right here, and head and shoulders. I like head and shoulders. This right here, okay? Now let me go to this, draw my fib from the low to the high, and what do we see? 78, 88.6, my favorite fib levels, these right here, okay? So what I'm doing, I'm placing my sell limit at the body of this candlestick here, okay? I'm placing my sell limit at the body of the candlestick right here, okay? That's where I'm placing my sell limit. Now, everybody, if you had KOT, you're lit. If you had Hugo's, you also sent a strongly worded email to them boys talking, yo, what's up, right? Now, where was my take profit? Let me show you. My take profit was over here, okay? Look at what we're playing over here. Look at the cube, right? We're playing over here. This is going to be my exact exit opportunity. All right, remember, the cube, why is this important? This is one of our points of interest, all right? Right here. Right, you guys see the cube? Last push, not last push. It's a little sell to buy candle. We go over here. We see this is our sell to buy candle right here, right? Sell to buy candle, right? That's a point of interest. Now we see that's right there underneath all these lows. So when it comes to me looking at this opportunity, what I'm looking at, I'm looking to take profit down here, right? I'm looking to take profit down here, right underneath the 41.4%. Okay, so let's get into this right here. Let me show you guys like the accuracy, like the precision. It's so crazy, right? What do we see prices doing as well? Equal highs, right? It has a little 1, 2, 3 triple top. All right, let's get into it. Oh, we're activated, right? Or we should have been. We're activated in now. Okay. Now what happens after, right? What happens after? Like perfectly, right? And what happens, right? We, bro, this thing is it's so beautiful to see. and we see we got a reaction off of here, we're out, right? 25 pips and dip, okay? And again, it's the exact same concept that I'm showing you guys. It's not like I'm showing you like, oh, maybe it'll work this time. Like, no, like I'm showing you guys stuff that is seen over and over and over again, right? Let me show you guys gold. Who loves gold? Who here likes to trade gold? I love gold too, all right? But sometimes I get lazy. I'll explain right now. I'm gonna show you guys why price reacted here, why price sold here. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful concept once you start to understand this right here, okay? Gold, right? You can literally trade one pair forever and you'll be lit. So me, I had actually sent out a trade. It was just like a personal trade. And because I didn't like when it comes to gold, I feel like you have to be like a freaking beast to like really, really view gold, right? Wait, let me look at this right here. What broker do you have now? Osprey. I saw you make me crack up. That's dope. No, I didn't switch to KOT. Gold is lit. Hell yeah, gold is fire. Right? Caught that buy? Sheesh. Hell yeah. I straight missed this right here. So let me show you guys what exactly was going on. Okay, so look, when it comes to watching gold right here, I'll watch gold all day. Like I'm watching the moves, like I see what happens and stuff like that. So at the time when I was watching gold, we were in what's called a turtle soup. Okay, now what is a turtle soup? Typically, I don't really know, right? Turtle soup is something that I learned, and I think I had the definition correct. So turtle soup is typically when there is buy side and sell side liquidity, right? Meaning there's money on the top and money on the bottom. And actually, okay, I do know what it is. Actually, I'm sorry. I do know what it is, right? It's when there's money on the top and when there's money on the bottom. So here, we see that we're in a turtle soup model, okay? That we have, what the hell is up with my, sorry, the heck is up with my stuff? All right, little turtle soup right here, okay? So we have money on the top, money on the bottom. So then we want to look and identify our points of interest. All right, so we see that we have a point of interest down here into this being that last, push down before the move up. And we see over here, we also have another point of interest into this being the last push up before the move down. All right, so we have 2 points of interest over here, okay? So let's just let price play out, right? Because we see over here, what we're not going to do, we're not going to highlight it in, trade break and retest or trade break and retest. We're going to wait, right? We don't do that nonsense. We're waiting to see what price is going to do. We're waiting to see if it comes up here first or if it comes down here first. Because typically what will happen is if price comes here and then here, it'll go like that, right? Or if price comes down here and then up here, it'll go like to another point, okay? So let's be patient, right? Let's see what price does, right? Price is coming, price is chilling. Oh, what happens here, right? Price comes down very, very quickly. You saw the candle, you saw how quick it came down, right? We see that price moving very quickly like that. They're in the game. So here's what I want you guys to see here, because I was actually able to catch like a re-entry on this. So on my MetaTrader 4, I saw this last push down before the move up, and on my MT4, I was actually able to catch the buy right here, right? But my MetaTrader, it touched it on the MetaTrader, right? But typically, I was playing that last push down before the move up. My entry is right here, okay? That's where my entry's at. So we're in buys right here for gold, okay? So let me just draw like a little risk to reward thingy majig. Long position. Right, honestly, my spread was I caught the entry kind of late, right? So I'm playing my stop like that, and this is the move that we're playing now. All right, let me take it to the 1 hour. Okay, let me take this up. My take profit is up here. Okay, again, what are we doing? We're playing from zone to zone. Okay, we're playing from zone to zone. Right, it's Thanksgiving, right? Price is actually closed for a while, but then we see price starts to pick up. Then what happens, right? We exit, and I didn't even look to sell it. Honestly, I was like, okay, I'm chilling with gold, right? So then what here, what you could have done, right? Because again, we're playing from zone to zone. Here, what I'm doing, we're playing off this candlestick. We're looking to take this thing down to our next points of interest. Now, let me show you guys why it is that this area was highlighted already, and showing you guys that when an area gets played out once, it doesn't need to get played out again. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When I was looking for more information, right, I actually saw this after because I didn't pay attention. I'm like, yo, like I was very lazy with my markup on gold. If I just would have paid a little more attention to it, I would have been able to, call this out for you guys or something. But I didn't, right? Because I didn't take the time to actually go down to see, okay, what's underneath the lows. And it's very easy because you guys are going to see that we have this right here, right? We're going to see that we have this last candlestick push down before then what? The move to the upside. Now, when it comes to I love you, Ray, dog. Appreciate you, dog. Boy's a legend. Check it out. So notice what we have here. Look at how we have this last candlestick push down before the move up, all right? This right here is where this is the points of interest. What I want you guys to understand is that before that, look at what we had here. We had equal lows here. We see that this right here was that last move down before the move up. The banks are hiding here, right? Banks are hiding here. No, I'm so upset at myself sometimes because I see these moves that happen, but I just like don't take advantage of it, and it's frustrating, right? But it's all good. Or sometimes I'm asleep for the move. It sucks. So check it out. Notice that price over here. We're also creating these equal lows, right? We have money sitting here, right? We understand this, right? So this line right here is going to be my take profit, and it's also going to be my sell zone, right? Also going to be the sell zone. So let me just play price, right? You guys are gonna see, like what happens here with XAU. Whew, right? Price came down. All right, very, very quickly. Price came down, take profit hit. Guess what? Buy limit as well, right? Had a buy limit. I think it's activated. You're now in for what? You're now in for a buy. Okay. Now the cool thing about this right here, long position, cool. Let's say we catch the buy right here. Now, where's our take profit from here now? We understand that we're playing off that candle over there. What I'm looking at this little wick, right? That's where I would have placed my stop loss if I would have placed a trade. And this is what we're looking at here now. All right, so let's let prices play through. And again, just very quickly to the upside. Crazy. Again, it's the exact same thing, and just being able to identify, because I didn't do anything different than what I showed you guys in the beginning. Again, I didn't really list it out, but when it comes to you guys just being able to see, being able to identify equal lows, being able to see where the banks are hiding at, being able to identify all these different things, understand, guys, that you can be able to really take advantage of this right here. Like, you guys understand that what I'm showing you guys, it's crazy, right? It's literally the exact same thing, just over and over and over again. Euro JPY is a trade that I talked about all last week. If you guys were on my calls, I didn't get to call it out because it was on a Sunday, and I didn't want to be a noob sending out a trade on a not a noob, but I didn't want to be sending out trades like that. And it sucks because this thing literally got played out like to the T. Crazy. Let me look at this right here. What's the difference between a buy limit and a buy stop? Now, this right here is going to be something that you need to go through, like the basics of it. I can explain it a little bit, but I would really recommend that you do go through the basics of the academy, and just really, so they can break it down a lot more, even into sell stops, sell limits, yeah, going through IMO Academy. Yeah, you need to go through that. Okay, so let me break down Euro JPY. This right here has been my very first trade that I kind of swing. Right? I don't really swing like that. I get very impatient, but check it out. So seeing this right here, right? What is it I was playing off at the time? Right? Seeing what I was playing off of. I sent out this thing like a while ago. Like, hold on, I'm not trying to flex, right? But I'm a low key flex a little bit because I want to show you guys. I'm not crazy, right? I'm not talking nonsense. I wanna find it, okay? Because watch, not even trying to flex on everybody. Where is it? Euro JPY. Look at this. Look at what I'm playing here, right? Again, we see this 2-hour candle push down before they move up. We see the turtle soup. We have money here, right? You could either look to buy here or buy down here. You guys see this, right? What I'm showing you guys, it's not stuff that I'm not someone that's marking up a chart and then I'll do it after, like, look what I did. No, it wasn't like that at all. Literally, what I'm teaching you guys is stuff that I do, okay? So we see this is like, the before, slight flex. And we see over here, there's the after, right? We see that we played off of that 2-hour candle. And what happened, right? We got that reaction perfectly how we wanted it to, okay? Perfectly how we wanted it to. Because here's the thing, when it came to my confirmations into this trade idea, understand that I was playing typically, well, why does he keep doing typically? I was playing off this push down before the move up, right? I was playing this candlestick here. But now I wanted to look for more information to see, okay, I'm playing this, but let me look inside the candle. Let me look to see where is price playing, right? Not price playing, but let me look to see what more information we have. And I noticed that we then left off with this candlestick that stuck out to me. This candlestick sticks out heavily into this being the last push down before a massive move to the upside. Now, another thing that I went ahead and I did, fibs, right? I love fibs. So what I went ahead and did, I threw my fib from the high down to the low. And we see that price went ahead and pulled back into the 71%. And that also falls in line with our candlestick here. This was on Sunday open, right? On Sunday open, price went ahead and wicked down, and then it just flew from that point on. Like, it was just buried. It was just bullish, bullish, bullish. People that I saw were sending out sells. I was like, nah, I'm going to hold my buy. So I'm just holding out the buy, right, and just holding it out. And I still see this thing being very, very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. At least up to here, at least up to my negative 414%, right? At least up to this candle over here. I think I'm playing off of 1 hour or something. Yeah, I'm playing something over here. All right, I'm not gonna get too much into that. But again, showing you guys it's the exact same thing just getting played just over and over and over again. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you guys one more, right? I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. right? We've only been on for about an hour. But here's the thing. Euro NZD, this right here, this right is a beautiful trade. Okay. Again, this is a trade idea that like I personally took because I don't want to be flooding the chat with trades. But again, you guys are gonna see. Let me go ahead and break this down for you guys. All right. He said take our time. Let me show you guys. That's hilarious. Dude's roasting my laugh right now. I'm just joking. Let's get into this right here. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Let's get into the 15-minute time frame. What was I looking at here? Okay, at the time when I was playing this, I was playing. What was I playing? Let's go to the 5-minute. Bro, honestly, why do I have a line here? What was I? Was I playing off the 1 minute? Dang, your boy was playing off the 1 minute time frame. All right, bet. So look at this, right? So you guys see this last candlestick push down before the move up, right? You guys see how we're playing this candlestick right here? That's where the banks are hiding at, okay? So we see why it is I have a buy in this area here, right? We see why I'm looking for buys here. Now, when I was looking for sells as well, what I was doing, I was playing this candlestick here into us seeing off the 5-minute time frame into this buy to sell, that cube, right? It's that buy to sell movement here, okay? We understand that there's money sitting here. Now, what I was playing, I was looking to see, okay, where's price going to go first? If price comes up here first, then we could be looking to sell it down to here. If price comes down here first, we could be looking to buy it up to here. Remember, we're playing from zone to zone because with price having equal highs and equal lows, what are we in? We're in a turtle soup, right? Because we have both buy side and sell side liquidity. Okay, guys? So we understand that. So let me play this too. All right. So price went ahead, came down first, right? Price came down. So we're looking for the buys first, okay? We're buying this market, all right? You buy it, okay? Now we're buying up to here, okay, guys? We're buying it up to this sell zone up here, okay? Let's play this through. Let me actually, okay. So if I have to place a sell limit here, oh snap. All right, we're playing this right here. Stop loss is above here. Because if anything, I'm also playing, you know, my fib level, right? My fibs. 88, 78, 6. Okay, let's continue to watch price. Price starts to pick up a little bit. Perfect, right? We're now in for sells. Right? We're now in for sells. Perfect. I'm in the drawdown. It's cool. And then now we start to see that we get that move to the downside. All right, well, once price starts to make the move, you know, that's when we'll make the move to the downside. Dang, man, this thing was choppy. Cool. So now here's the thing. Before I continue on, we're looking, okay, why am I looking to play now, right? Why is it that I have a zone highlighted down here? Like, Zoe, why do you have this zone highlighted down here? Why is that? Let's look into the past. All right, let's look into the past. What I'm looking at here is this. Let me show you. Let's get into this right here. Okay. So you guys can see my exact thought process when I was looking at price at the time. Okay. So what it is that I was playing off of, I was playing this candlestick right here. I was playing this 8-hour. Okay. Now, actually the 4-hour, my bad. This 4-hour candle. I was playing this last push down before the move up. But what you guys would see is that, dang, I already kind of erased this. But you guys are going to see that this candle, the body had already gotten played. A note for you guys. An institutional candle can get played twice. The body can get played first, and then the 50% can get played second. So we see right here, if I draw my fib from the high down to the low, we see we have the 50% right here. Okay, 50% of this 4-hour. So I drew a line right there. We take it to the 2-hour. We draw a fib from the high down to the low. We see we have our 50% up here. Hence the reason why I have this as being my buy zone. Okay. Now you guys see I'm playing the 50% of this institutional candle, right? That's going to be my buy zone. Okay, guys. So now let me get into this. Okay, don't look. Cool. So you guys see why that area is so important? Because we're playing another points of interest. Okay. Now what do we notice with price as well? Price right here has equal lows here, right? Price has these equal lows here. Now I'm looking to sell this thing down to our buy zone. Okay. You can literally trade one pair forever. Oh, what happens, right? Price comes down. Dang, man. Do you guys see this fib? You guys notice how the 414 gets played out? Look at that. Dang. Negative 414%. That thing is getting wicked like all day. Right? And we see then what? Price starts to give us that quick reaction to the upside after that right there. This is very slow. Price came down to here. Got that quick reaction to the upside. Right? You guys see what I'm talking about? So again, it's the exact same thing that's being seen this over and over and over again. Right, guys? And that's the thing I want you guys to see is that we're just playing from zone to zone. And I would really just say when it comes to you guys marking up your charts, start off on the bigger time frame and just take it down, right? And just be able to look for different points of interest of where the banks can be hiding at, right? It's not that hard. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Now, last one I want to show you guys is going to be oil. Okay, oil. You guys see this right here? You're like, yo, what happened, right? Let me show you guys. So, first off, right, guys, welcome to our Saturday trading with your boy Jiggy.zo. I'm not even looking at my phone, but if you guys are showing love, I appreciate you dearly. You have no idea. Okay, so let me show you guys why exactly oil did this right here. And I had actually hosted like a pop-up London session. And if you guys were on, we talked about this. I didn't think oil was gonna do this nonsense. I would have hopped in if I knew oil was gonna do this because I was just focused on EA at the time. Right? Let me show you guys exactly what I'm looking at. So at the time when we were looking at price, it was like over here. So let me show you guys exactly why oil even bought up in the first place and stuff like that. So let me delete this out. Okay, let me go over here. I don't even need this markup anymore. It already played, right? So what do we see here? We're gonna see that right here we have our equal highs, right? We have our equal highs, and I mean, somewhat we have equal lows here. Okay, we have this one low. Okay, now with price, right? What we're looking for different points for price to play off of. Now, what I was liking when I was watching price here was this candlestick right here that caught my attention heavy because we see that this is that push up and then price fell down. We see that this is right here is that little cube, right, into being that buy to sell candle or the last push up before the massive move to the downside. And look at the wick too, right? This candlestick is very, like, it sticks out to me, right? The banks are, you guys watch, the banks are literally doing this right here. Dang, this is gonna be funny. It's like the little oh dang, mustache. Oh, what the heck? Glasses, this guy's mustache. This right here. It's like the banks are hiding, bro. Like the banks are literally hiding, right? Oh my gosh, that is funny. Right, so the banks are hiding, right? And they're using this. Okay, the banks are literally right here. They're right here. They're just hiding right there. All right, guys. So that's what they're doing. Okay. So now the thing is that with price, you know, like with them hiding over here, they're just they're just chilling there, right? But now there's an area here, and there's also an area down over here. Okay. These are both points of interest. I'm not just highlighting a random area. I'm highlighting an area where the banks are hiding. What do we see here? Last push down before they move up, right? Straight up, just chilling over here, right? Straight up, just chilling over here, right? So we're looking for us to be looking to even buy gold up to the sell zone. But again, price is very choppy. So we're waiting. Oh, what happened? You guys see how, like, even looking at the candle, you guys see how quick it was? You see how quick the freaking candle was, right? So price then making the move, right? This is Thanksgiving, by the way. Oh, what happens? Price then enters what? Your sell zone, right? Right here, you take profit on gold. Yo, who would be happy with, 55 pips on Thanksgiving? Remember, we're playing the candlestick. If it goes below the candle, it's invalid, right? We're risking what, 10 pips to gain 50? 1 to 5 is key. I love 1 to 5 risk reward trades. Okay. Now again, we're playing the candlestick here. So what are we playing? We're playing the sell. All right. We saw this right here, and it's literally so repetitive, right? And then what happens? Like a little doji, and price is very quick. Price is very quick. Might be asking yourselves, oh, but Zoe, how could I have gotten in on a reentry? Right? How could I have gotten in on a reentry? I don't typically look at dojis, so just ignore this right here. All right, ignore that little thing up here. Okay, don't let that distract you. But notice how this is that last push up before the move down. What I talked about earlier with the reentry, right? We're playing over here. This, where is it? We're playing right here. These equal highs, right? We're playing equal highs, meaning we have money sitting up above here. This is that last push up before the move down. That's an area where we're going to be looking for us to get our reentry, right? Bunch of orders, right? Bunch of orders. Hey, man. All right. Being patient, right? Oh, there we go. Cool. Here we go. So right here, all right, we have this. We get entered in now. Remember, we're playing off this candlestick here. Now, what's our stop loss looking like? 12 pip stop loss, And you guys see the nonsense that happened, right? So we're playing like a 12 pip stop loss, okay? And again, because what are we doing? What's our rules? We're playing off this candlestick. If we go into drawdown, we can expect drawdown of up to the 50%, right? No more than that, okay? Again, going into literally the same thing I'm teaching you guys. I'm not hiding anything, right? Things I probably didn't talk about was just fibs, but that's another thing I use, right? And it's nothing more than that, right? And it's just you being able to do it just, over and over. And what do we see? Dang. I wonder why price came back, right? Well, let's see before the massive drop. I want to see something. All right, cool. Dang, this thing just freaking fell. People were waiting on that forever. Oh, snap. And look at this too. Look at this right here. So, okay. Notice how price came over here, right? You guys see how this was our initial like re-entry off the 5 minute? Now, again, going into that, we see that price hit our sell zone, okay? Price hit our sell zone off the 5 minute. If you're looking, okay, where can I get a re-entry? Look how this is that candle. This is the wick that actually hit our entry, okay? This is the one where the banks came in for their manipulation. Notice how we're playing the candlestick here. What's your sell limit? What's your re-entry? Right here. You're playing what? Right here. Literally like a snipe, like perfectly. Holy snap, right? You're playing that right there. And price never came, any higher than that level. You see what I'm talking about? And again, it's the exact same thing. And then after that, once you get your area at the top, that's when these other patterns start to fill out. And then people start playing, like wedges and stuff, right? It's all lit though. Everything's fire. But you guys see how it is that the institutions get behind the moves. And it's crazy because it's literally the exact same thing just over and over and over again, right? Now, with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for hopping on tonight's call. I know it's like super late notice, but for you guys that hopped on, you guys are monsters, honestly, for just hopping onto this call and just showing love to your boy on the gram, right? It's all greatly, greatly appreciated. Now, this right here is a setup, right? Don't show nobody this. But this right here is for sure going to get sent out because you guys see it's the exact same thing. Right? You guys should be excited. Expect a UJ sell limit, right, guys? Because this right here is a pattern that we see it's just being played out. Equal highs, last push up before the move down. We're getting in the re-entry. You see what I mean? And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just showing you guys it's the exact same thing just over and over and over, right? I appreciate you guys. Yo, if you guys did get, some value, like I said, feel free to drop, you know what you do? Drop fire emojis inside the actual chat. Like inside like the World Cup discussions or whatever chat you got this from, just fire in the chat, right? Not so much here, but I'm for sure drop the recording as well, right? As long as we get a whole bunch of fire emojis, for sure drop the recording. But I got you guys. Yo, I appreciate. There you go. Heck yeah. So I want to see that whole entire thing just get spammed and stuff like that, right? Got you guys. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna just play some music to just end it out, and let's get it. All right, appreciate you guys. Talk to you guys soon, and peace. Let me end the recording.